The Whoop is ambitious, but it falls short. Let me explain why. What's Louis Michaela? So, the other day, I told a friend of mine that I had gotten a Whoop. He asked me what I liked about it, and there was an awkward silence because as he asked me, I realized I didn't really know how to answer. It's supposed to be wearable technology that tracks your biometric data to help you understand your body and improve your performance. It can track a variety of metrics, including but not limited to sleep, strain, and recovery. So essentially, you can just slap it on your ankle, bicep, wrist, or whatever is applicable to you, and it will just start tracking. At least in theory, that's how it should work, right? This is really cool in theory because you could use this data to tailor your workouts or recovery to match the level of strain, the level of activity you experience in a day. An example of this is if you had a high strain day and a low recovery from yesterday, then you should probably take it easy today. If you had a high strain during the day, maybe you could sleep a little bit during the day, get a nap in, go to bed earlier, or do other things to help you recover. Once again, this is great in theory. In reality, what I found was these things didn't work exactly that way. For one, I powerlift, and I noticed that days I would push and feel depleted by the end, even waking up the next day and feeling not exactly fully recovered, the Whoop would tell me I was good to go, and vice versa. Days that I felt good, it would tell me I wasn't recovered at all, which led me to start to disregard the data. But nowadays there have been some software updates, so the strain starts to actually register the way it's supposed to. However, now this has me very unsure about how reliable this whole thing is, because at the heart of it, this is a software company. This product is not unique per se. It's not very different from a Fitbit or an Apple Watch. What's going to separate it is its ability to have very good software on the app. And in addition to that is the battery life, right? Battery life is a good transitioning point because I found the battery life on this product was just not good. It has no display, right? And it's not counting your steps. So this should probably last a long time. What I notice is I tend to get about 4 days-ish of battery life when charged fully, which is kind of crazy because for something, once again, only tracking on your wrist has no display, I would expect it to get at least a week, right? Okay. So this is the Whoop charger, and by the way, this little charger here is the only way to charge the device. You can't directly connect to it USB-C style. You have to charge this device and then slide it onto the Whoop. Make sure you slide it on right or it's not going to go on, right? You have to slide this thing on and then it charges the device that way. Now, in addition to that, you can't just pop a USB-C charger on here and then pop this on top. It will not charge that way. You have to charge this first and then put it on here. That is another inconvenience. And another thing I didn't really like is that when you're tracking your workouts, you have to log them, which is a very minor inconvenience, but the fact that before you start any workout, you need to log them is very inconvenient for me, and I know it's something minor, but I just didn't like it, right? Now, over time, if you've logged those stuff enough, if your heart rate gets to a certain point, it will tell you that it thinks that you did an activity, but the fact that it's not very good at figuring out, hey, this person probably put themselves in some type of strain, is kind of, it's not great. The sleep is pretty good though. The sleep, it's able to generally have a good idea of how long you slept, also based on your heart rate. And now I think that it's pretty cool to be able to track your sleep and see how your heart rate changed in your workout as well. The app is well built out. However, the software needs more work. I just find that these inconveniences add up. The form factor is nice because it is definitely easier to sleep in than a watch, and you can move it to different parts of your body as you see fit. However, the Whoop just comes down to being health infotainment, health information entertainment for the average gym goer. The Whoop itself is $239 a year or $30 per month for a year. Now, for comparison, a new Apple Watch SE is $249, or a Fitbit Charge 6 is $140, both of which you could use for a similar purpose, right? However, those really interested in more intense tracking and more meticulous about that tracking, I think that's who this product is for. I think it's a great product and it could be very useful for that demographic of people, but it's just not a system that you can just kind of allow it to do its thing and kick back and relax. You kind of have to be on top of it. Let me know what you think of this in the comments below. Let me know if you want to see me review anything else. Make sure to subscribe and like the video. And one more thing, we are so back!